So there is a success secret that honestly most people don't use today. Now there's a lot of people that do use it, but they're usually older people. Not too many young people, so if you're a young person who already uses this, congratulations. You may not have figured it out yet, but maybe you're doing it and you don't know that it's one of the biggest secrets to becoming successful. Here it is, getting up early. So right now it is 5 a.m. 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm doing my laundry. Now think about this. How many of you could do laundry before work? You say, what the heck? I'm not going to do my damn laundry before I go to work all day. But just think about how good it feels to come home and all the laundry's done. All the dishes are done because you got up 2 hours before anybody else. Now also for you mothers who never say you have any time alone, that's your 2 hours. Think about it. Now let me give you a little history here. I grew up on a farm in Iowa farm country. Farmers were in the field when the sun came up. So if the sun rose in the summer at 6 o'clock in the morning, the farmers were up at 4:30 getting everything ready and out in the field at 6 a.m. So they pretty much follow the sun, and then they usually come home at 9 o'clock at night when the sun goes down in the summer. And that's how it works. One of the biggest keys to success. Well, let's take the President of the United States. It doesn't have to be a past president or a current president, just any president throughout history. The President of the United States, think about how much stuff they get done from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. So everybody says, well, you know, I wouldn't get any sleep. That's not true. You know, you can work, you can get up at 6 a.m. and go to bed at 10 o'clock at night and you'll still get 8 hours of sleep. Sleep from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So why are people not getting enough sleep? Because of TV, movies. Chances are almost all of your work for that day, for today, is usually done by 7 o'clock at night. You went to work all day, you fed your family, you washed the car, you did the laundry, you did the dishes, whatever. Then what do you decide to do at 7 o'clock at night? Let's watch a movie, let's order a pizza, who wants popcorn? Well, you just ate dinner, who wants popcorn? Hey, we just ate dinner, who wants popcorn? Hey, we just ate dinner, who wants 1,000 more calories than buttery popcorn? So the point I'm making is, before electricity, men and women and children have been getting out of bed at 5 a.m. naturally. You didn't have to pull a person out of bed back then. They were excited to get out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. If you remember, kids, before there was cars or anything, kids usually had to walk 2 miles to school in the morning through the woods. Think about it. I'm talking 100 years ago. I think technology is what's made you tired, because you have to watch your favorite 2 shows before you go to bed. There's 2 hours. You may or may not have to watch a movie. Also, the fact that you gave your kid some soda, some sugar, you let them watch a movie, they're playing their video games right before bed. Now what you're doing is you're spending 45 minutes every night fighting You're completely fighting with your own family. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, you stupid little brats. All right, well, maybe you don't get that crazy. Maybe some of you get freaked out even more. Maybe some of you are right on the edge of a nervous breakdown. Maybe some of you have panic attacks all the time. I'm telling you why. It's because you don't go to bed. And the reason you don't go to bed, see, you have to follow the root cause. You have to go back to the root. The reason you don't go to bed is because of technology. Now think about this. If you work 40 hours a week, there are 168 hours in a week. That means you have 128 hours left after your 40-hour work week. And what do we all say? We say, well, work is wearing me out. I'm getting completely wore out by my job. No, that's actually not true. I used to be a manager for a long time. What's happening is the employees are coming to work already tired. The employees are coming to work already wore out. You're already completely wore out coming to work. So think about what I'm doing here. 5 o'clock in the morning. So by 7 o'clock, 7 a.m., I'm going to have all the laundry done, folded, and hung up on hangers at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm a married man, and that's one of the reasons my wife is so happy. Think about it. She wakes up and says, wow, my husband just did all the laundry, folded it, and hung it up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, if you're a woman, wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't you just be so thankful and so grateful? If your husband just went out and she's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm making breakfast, and then he does the dishes. Well, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but that's the way we have set it up. We've been living this way, well, for the past 34 years. The reason you're so tired and you can't get up is because of technology. You see, farmers, the sun went down in the winter at 7 o'clock at night. They went to bed at 8 o'clock at night. Last night, I went to bed at 8 o'clock. I'm 55 and a half years old. I went to bed at 8 p.m. and I woke up at about 4:30. I actually got 8.5 hours sleep. 8.5 hours sleep, and now boom, I'm up. I'm doing the laundry. Because I do not own a TV. For those of you who don't know me and you're listening to this, I haven't watched TV in 16 years. We don't own one. We don't watch movies anymore. We don't have, I only have one cell phone. We don't even have a computer, nothing. So here's the secret. How would your life change if you flipped your life? You got up 2 hours earlier and went to bed 2 hours later. I'm sorry, 2 hours sooner. So instead of going to bed at 11 o'clock at night, all wore out, tired, you got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and not get any sleep, why don't you try to go to bed 9 o'clock at night and get up at 5 a.m. the next morning after 8 hours of nice, restful, relaxing sleep. So let me leave you with this thought. Would you rather have 2 extra hours in the morning after you woke up from 8 or 9 hours of sleep? Because that's when you have all your energy, because you just got 9 hours sleep, 8 hours sleep. That's when you have all your energy. But instead of the 2 hours at the end of the day, and you're trying to get all this stuff done and you're completely wore out, you're wore out to the max. That's why you're going to bed, you're like, oh, I never have any alone time. So it's just a trick that I use. It's a management trick, a life management trick. How to manage your life better, manage your time better, manage your sleep better, manage your food better. I'm telling you, it's how I manage every single thing in my life completely different. I get up 2 hours earlier than everybody else. I've been doing it for most of my life because that's what I used to do when I was young on a farm.